All right. Before we get started, I am going to read our Title VI Public Involvement Survey memo. As a recipient of federal funds and in support of Lawrenceburg's efforts to ensure non-discrimination and equal access to all citizens, the city gathers statistical data regarding participants in city activities. Therefore, we have provided a voluntary Title VI Public Involvement Survey at this meeting. You are not required to complete the survey. However, the form is anonymous and will be solely used for the purpose of monitoring our compliance with Title VI and ADA, and that is located in the back corner of council chambers. So if you'd like to fill one out, please do so. Another thing I'd like to say before we get started is congratulations to Mr. Brett Bondurant in London. Yeah. They have a new addition as of yesterday morning, I believe. New baby boy. So, Jet Ayler Bondurant, Jab. That's what I'm gonna call him. Every kid in my neighborhood has a nickname.
Jet Bondurant.
Yeah. They have a lot of names for me, Tommy. Yeah, I'm gonna call him Jab. What are you talking about, Miss Felix? All right. I'd like to call to order tonight City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for February 22nd, 2022. If I could get a roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Sure. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kellerman Lawn.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, I got a couple of announcements I just want to make you guys aware of. A couple of meetings. Thursday this week, we will have an executive Board of Works meeting at, I've got it at noon. Is that what you guys got?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. And then Monday, the 28th, will be a Board of Work session. This is in regards to Bilby Road Phase 2, the old Bilby Road, at noon as well. So I hope you guys had those down as well.
Programmed.
Okay, good. All right. I don't have any other announcements for Board of Works unless you guys do.
I have none, Mayor.
I have none.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I have one item over under new business, and I'm sorry it didn't make to your agenda. This is in regards to a new hire at the LPD, so Ms. Jenny Felix is here to give us the recommendation.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm here to make a recommendation for a new police officer to the board. This candidate currently works as a reserve officer with Hidden Valley Lake, and prior to that also has 5 years experience working on the Navy Security Force team. So on behalf of Chief Schneider, Assistant Chief Miller, and myself, we'd like to recommend Alexa Lambrindez. Of course, with perf approval as well, pending
Okay.
perf approval.
Okay, she had everything else, background check, everything else?
Everything else is great.
So pending, contingent upon perf
Yes,
approval?
contingent upon it.
Okay.
And she's replacing Officer Craig, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
His departure.
Any other questions?
I have none.
Can I get a motion to approve Miss Alexa, help me out with the last name?
Lambrindez, I believe.
Lambrindez, pending perf approval?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, I'm sorry. Opposed?
Aye, as well.
Motion carries. Thanks, guys. Thank you,
you.
Jenny. Okay, I have no other new business, nor do I have any old business for Board of Works. Yes,
I
sir.
have one in each, Mayor.
Yeah.
Under new business, contractor pricing, we haven't received anything for the year 2022 yet.
I will get with Mr. Todd.
Greatly appreciate that.
Contractor price.
Pricing.
The
And then
the
under-
unit pricing you're talking
I
about.
believe so, yes.
Yep, okay.
I think the unit pricing is when we do the asphalt and the ceiling, but the contractor pricing is where they actually show us the price of their labor and their
Okay.
vehicles and or their apparatus that they use.
Yeah, the hourly rates.
Yep.
Stuff, yeah, okay.
Under old business, just inquiring, did we have anybody receive the remedial maintenance bid?
Uh,
Not yet. We're interviewing tomorrow.
Okay,
There were 7.
Yeah,
originally, and it dropped it to 4 once she reconnected with all of them. And I think they're interviewing 4 tomorrow, correct?
All right.
Yep.
That's all I have.
So we
Thank you.
should have somebody identified fairly quickly. Just so you know, there's some MS4 training coming up in Indianapolis that I'm going to send John Johnson and probably Matt Marillion to it. It's a 2-day training, like a Thursday, Friday, I believe. Sort of the start, I think, giving them some more details. And I'm probably going to attend myself. So, okay. Anything else? New
I have
or old?
nothing, Mayor.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Fell asleep there.
I was reading.
You guys want to just stick in this meeting, we can. All right, thank you. All right, the next meeting I'd like to call to order tonight is the Parks and Recreation Committee for February 22nd, 2022. Can I get a roll call, Mr. Fetty?
Sure. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
We got Board Member Brett Bondurant absent. We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got President Kelly Malone.
Yes, sir.
And myself.
Okay. Any announcements for parks?
I have none, except to say that Art Street Park has been busy.
Yesterday was an off day, right? And I'm glad you brought that up. So I always take rides around weekends, whatever. And I went by Art Street, and you couldn't find a parking spot over there. And then the same held true for up at Ludlow Hill yesterday. It was plumb packed.
Everybody liked the warm weather and wanted
Yeah.
to come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good testament to the money well spent,
Yes.
Yes.
in this community.
Yes.
But I did notice yesterday, we've got to get something done with that grassy area that's all mud.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up.
There were some ruts in there, and we really need to get we need to come up with a decision on what we're gonna do there, and quickly. I know there's a lot of differences of, not opinions, I guess, just different opinions, but, we'd probably need to get
That's a
something.
good, so, we can kind of put our heads together, but I think we can, if you guys want to individually talk with the mayor, just run some of these ideas we've had in the past by him, and then that way we can connect with Mario and articulate to him how, the direction we want to go with that. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm open to whatever you guys wanna do, it's just, I think we gotta get something going there.
Correct. Yes.
It's,
Again, I was gonna bring it up under old business
Oh.
today.
Well,
So that's great that you mentioned that, yes.
yeah, we need to do something, so we'll stay on top of that one.
Yes, spring will be here before we know it.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, yeah. Isn't it here yet?
Yeah, well, we'll find out
it is
tonight,
today,
tomorrow,
but
and
then the next couple
throughout the
days.
week.
Yeah, right. I think,
So, I mean, is it worth us hashing that out right now, Mayor, just to get everybody, I mean,
that's up to you, we can have. we
I
can
know
have
where I
discussion.
stand, and it's just me.
Let's hear some
Is
opinions.
I would just like to sod it and put the trees in there, the 2 trees that we've been talking about for years. Just to get it done and move on with it and see what happens with the sod.
Okay, well, not that I'm against it, but what would be the difference of sodding this now and what it's been done before? I mean, that's grass area in there already, and it's all rutted out and muddy. Wouldn't it just be muddy again?
And I realize what you're saying, but I don't know if the grass got a chance to grow last year because we soon opened up the park. I would just think that sod, being it's already grown, would be a better fit for it, more so than all concrete, is just my opinion.
Oh, I definitely don't want all concrete.
well, here's another thing I just dawned on me, just visualizing that. What if, because the real bad area is where, right in front of the swings, it goes up and then makes a dog leg around, and they just cut straight across it. I mean, it's hard not to, because, it's a path of
Kids
least,
get excited.
path of least resistance,
Yep.
getting to the swings, right, getting to the main part of the park. What if we put a nice piece of landscaping there, and we put some mulch around that area so that and that would kind of deter people from cutting straight across? I mean, seems like to be maybe an easy fix, and a couple nice shrubs and some landscaping, and then do the same thing on the little bend that that goes directly to the men's bathroom where that mud rut is. We put some landscaping. People are gonna walk over the mulch, and that, yes, they're gonna track some mulch onto the sidewalk, but it's not gonna be mud. Maybe that would help. Maybe we can mound it up. And that would help deter people from going across and maybe run them around. That's an easy, inexpensive fix. And then plant grass seed and block it off for a little while around it. So
I would, in lieu of planting grass seed, I would just bite the bullet and do sod though, simply
Right.
because it would be,
Correct.
yeah,
you know,
I think that's worth it.
takes a lot quicker. But I'm not against, you know, putting some small bushes there. You know, nothing that's gonna require, you know, some, you know, large.
Something big enough they wouldn't get trampled.
Isn't
Right,
there, a-
yeah, I hear you.
isn't there a main drain right there in the middle of that almost?
There is.
Yeah.
So
So how you
I
gonna
think
put
we
a
gotta
tree
run
in
some
there?
more underground drains to it to keep it drained off a little better.
Well, I think the drain, Tony, I've been over there like, today I drove by and it's not like water standing. It's more, I think the drainage, cause I think it's sloped
No,
good enough.
it's sloped.
I just think that it's just a mud pit because I think when we did have the grass planted there, grass seed, I don't think we kept them off there enough.
Correct.
Or we didn't do a good enough job of keeping them off. Maybe, you know, if we sod it and we put a couple of boxwoods there or something like that, I think that, you know, we just have to make sure we have it would look bad for a period of 4 to 6 weeks, putting some barriers around it, but I think we'd have to do that.
Okay.
I was over there yesterday, and, I mean, the kids are pounding that thing, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it myself, I was thinking, to stop the mud and everything, I mean, how much would it cost to astroturf it? Put turf there, put a tree or whatever you wanna put in
One was
there.
$40-some thousand.
Well, I was asking Mario, and he said 30 today.
Well, that
Split.
was the second one, but my concern, and I asked Mario to get a second bid on that because I thought the 42 sounded pretty high. But the 30, I don't think we're guaranteed that it's gonna be a perfect match to the color. Because the 42 came from the same company that we got the original turf from, so we know it would match. And the last thing I'd wanna do is have something that looks
Well, the
out of
problem is
place.
though, you put it in there and, you turf it, or not turf it, but you sod it,
Yeah.
then, I mean, man, that thing, yesterday, I mean, them kids are running through there crazy.
Well, I
And I
think-
saw it gets real wet.
I think if we
It's
can
gonna
cut
be
off
mud.
their path of least resistance,
I'm
their
just
straight
saying.
shots across the mud, across the grass to where they're going, and we can see it by where the path is. I think if we can cut those off and even mound it and put some nice shrubbery there to make them go around, then it's gonna be less of a direct shot, and then every other time they're running through the grass isn't gonna be the same path.
If, you know where that bench is there. We can move that bench anywhere, but on the, yeah, I think on the right, if I'm looking at the bench, it's on the left side right there at the concrete. That's where we need something to keep those kids from just running straight through there. And I think you're right. We had some kind of a landscaping there, whether it's boxwood, I don't know. I'm just saying that. I'm not a landscaper, but something there. But I like the idea of sodding it, just that way it's done. But we're gonna have to barrier it and keep the kids off. And-
How mature will the 2 trees that you guys are gonna plant there
They're
be?
10 feet tall,
Yeah.
So that, you know, that's
They're a little
gonna take
bigger.
up a little bit of area too.
and they're back
That
closer
would
toward the
deter-
pavilion, picnic
Yeah, I
pavilion
wondered
on the
that, yeah.
back. And they're, I think the area's 50, I think it's 50 feet long, or
It's larger than you think.
it is larger than you think, and there's plenty of room to put both of those trees, and they're not gonna be around the drains. The roots aren't gonna get in the drains.
What kind of trees were you talking?
There was a really nice hard maple that we were gonna use on the dedication tree, and then there was another, I think we were gonna put another maple in, a different species of maple. He has,
Dedication tree for Mrs. Rudolph?
Rudolph, yes.
yeah.
One that's
So-
been in the making for
Well,
years.
why don't, if you guys wouldn't mind, how about if I get Mario looking in that idea and talking with a landscaper or two and say, hey, you know, we're talking about, you know, if he needs to know which trees, I'll get him to go with you guys. But working on, you know, let's get a price on sodding it, getting some some kind of landscaping there to keep the kids off that main drag that you were talking about, Lenny, and see what that looks like.
Sounds good.
I'd like to entertain that Mr. Noppert maybe come up with a small rendering with that idea of his. If he
Whip one together for you here real quick.
Yeah.
Now, them trees you guys are talking about, are they deep rooted or are they shallow roots? Cause if you go deep rooted, it's gonna get into that sewer.
It's just that's just a storm water drain.
Sure, yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna get in there. And it's gonna tear that concrete up. But if you go shallow, it won't get into it.
Well, the whole purpose is that
Bad.
we're gonna plant a little hardier tree because that one of the benefits of having mature trees in there is gonna be to knock the heat down because that's such a hot park in the summertime. So we want to have mature trees that are gonna canopy over that area, that
Shade.
provide some shade. So, yeah, eventually the roots are gonna get in there, but I mean we're talking 20 to 30 years from now.
Let someone else worry about that.
Of course, we need shade all over.
Pass the buck.
I don't mean it that way.
Let Mr. Elmer will worry about that in 30 years.
While we're on the subject of Arch Street Park, when are we going to set the pole for the security where they have the tubing for the fiber already there? Do you have any idea?
No idea.
Noticed that as well when I was on the levee looking over at the park last night with all the people there as they stayed, and I'm like, that tubing just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, good point.
I'll get an answer for you.
Because they were gonna install was it a light pole with
Yes,
cameras to monitor because it was dead in that area, so.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll get an answer on that, and I'll get Mario working with a couple landscapers to get us a price on that grassy area there.
What about the little short basketball goal we're supposed to get?
Yep,
We haven't got that.
that was going in this spring.
Okay.
I do know
I
that.
think we have it, actually.
Yeah, we do.
I think we have it. In the meantime, you can come over in my backyard in the alley there. I got a thumbs up
Dunk
there
on
for you,
that, Tony can dunk.
Yeah, Tony can
Oh,
dunk
you
it
can
there.
dunk on that?
Dunk, yeah.
Okay.
Had some kids dunking their skateboards there yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
Tear your net up. All right, so I'll work on that. I'll get with Mario tomorrow morning, actually, and get something going on that. Anything else for parks?
Community center, is that part of the parks?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
I was just gonna say, I had my family down there last night,
Yeah,
and it's really neat. It looks
Oh,
really good.
yes.
it looks really nice. They're doing a really nice job.
Painted and
inside
whatnot,
there.
yes.
Now, I was trying to do that dance thing, but I can't figure out
Wait, there's.
which
there's
way,
a-
which feet you're supposed to go.
You got 2 left feet, or?
Well, I got something, but I don't know what it is.
I'd like to get some camera footage on that.
Oh, there could have been
We'll
some.
pull the cameras up.
Yeah.
We'll get Bryson to pull that up.
No,
Appreciate that next meeting.
there's a lot of activity going on down there at the community center, folks.
Yes, there is.
And, Richard and Tim are doing a good job. Tim has laid out a whole new summer program. Both, there's gonna be, sports camps, and then there's gonna be some, like an art camp, and there's gonna be, I think, a drama camp. And I think they're gonna have a lot for, anybody that wants to try to find something that they like, they're gonna have an opportunity, so. Pretty excited about that. Don't forget, there's gonna be some new signage going on. Signage that you're gonna see on the outside of the building, that you're gonna be able to see from US 50 and from Walnut Street. So we'll know that the community center's there. And, one of the projects that's in the, budget for this year is to redo the whole front entrance of of that area. That's all glass there and everything. There's a lot of wasted space there, and they're talking about they're gonna get an architect down there and see what it might look like. But that was part of it.
So would that mean they would be taking one set of the doors out, because wasn't that set up that way to keep the cold and whatnot out?
Yeah, but I think there's still gonna be a foyer like
Okay.
that, Tommy, but I didn't catch the whole gist of what they were talking about. I told him they have to bring, and he'll come and present it to you guys, see what it's gonna look like.
Now, I got one more thing. People's been asking me while I was down there, I don't know what it is. I've never seen it played, but they say we need a pickleball court around
It's
here.
down there.
They got it where?
They set it up in the gymnasium.
Oh, do they?
And we
Yeah,
also
they
have
have-
one up on the hill.
You got one on the hill? Where?
Up at
Ludlow Hill
tennis
Park.
courts.
Tennis
Huh?
courts.
Ludlow Hill Park? Play
You need to
pickleball
get
there.
out more often.
It's got
I've out,
its
but I
own-
don't even know what it is. I've
You
never
play
seen it.
pickleball
own-
on a tennis court.
Got its own, net up there and everything for it, yeah.
For pickleball.
Mhm.
You should go down there during the day and see how many people are there to play pickleball.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
lot.
community
Yeah.
center.
Everybody tells me. I've
It's
never seen it, don't know
No, it's a,
nothing
grow-
about it.
it's a
People going
growing,
out.
growing sport, and I mean, it's pretty heavy down in retirement areas, because you don't have to
Yep.
be as mobile as with tennis.
Yeah,
Is it a sweet pickle or a dill pickle?
okay, this is going
Moving
south. But yeah, but we have, we've
Cucumbers.
had the court up on the hill for now probably 3 years.
Well, I didn't know to tell anybody that, cause I don't even know what it is. I've never seen it played.
That's exactly,
So when are me and you going up and have a contest?
oh, you don't wanna play me.
Mr. Fryman, just Google it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, anything else parks related, guys? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Okay, we need to
Did
back
we get
up.
the minutes?
We didn't do the minutes yet.
I'm sorry, that was under
We
announcements.
got under
wasn't it?
announcements,
Yeah.
it went from there.
That's right. Let me have a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any new old business?
New business.
Yes.
I know we budgeted money for the skate park.
Yep.
Have we got anything in,
We're gonna have, it's gonna be like one of 4 different projects. We're calling those smaller projects. That is one of them. Oh, crud. I just spoke with Mario about them. Him and I meet every week about the projects, but we're gonna have Mr. Hughes over here be a part of that committee. And then there's, I guess Mr. Hughes knows a company that designs these skate parks, or
I was walking in and I remember there's a company
Hunger?
called Hunger, and they're in Indiana. They do a lot of the projects around here, but they can do design and build. So I talked to Joe over the past probably 6-8 months regarding this, and we may be able to engage them with professional services to do a design to go out to bid.
that's
That's
the
kinda where we'll-
intent, but it's on the docket.
still on the radar?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
Yep,
That's all I have.
no problem. Anything old? How about now I ask for a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed?
was gonna say besides our company here.
Motion carries. All right. Next meeting, I'd like to call to order is the City of Lawrenceburg Council meeting for February 22nd, 2022. If we all could rise for the pledge, please. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Mr. Fetty, once again, how about a roll call?
All right, Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Present?
We got Councilperson Brett Bondurant absent. We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs, downtown, Mr. Abbott.
Everything's good right now.
All right, streets, alleys, and curbs, up on Ludlow Hill, Mr. Fryman.
Just fine.
Parks and playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
Nothing new, sir.
And fire department, Mr. Olet.
Nothing to report, Mayor.
All right. I've got a couple of announcements I just want to make you all aware of. The Whiskey River apartment tour for council and redevelopment is tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Meet down there, please, at 4 o'clock. Friday, you all are invited. We're doing a citywide picture for the No Shave February for the Brady Gabbard and Lauren Hill. It's a fundraiser. And we're going to do a picture at 10:30 at the community center inside, if you can make it. We had purchased, you guys should have your shirts
Yes.
that we purchased. We purchased a shirt for all city employees, actually, so we're inviting as many as that can come out to that picture. We got a drone that's going to be on the inside to take the picture for us. So, And then, I just want to make sure in a couple weeks, you all are aware, I think you all have responded back to Guinevere for the retreat, which will be on, the afternoon of the 10th, evening of the 10th, and the morning and afternoon of the 11th.
Is that the work session you're talking about?
That's the retreat. What work session?
The retreat, it's a work session.
Well, there's executives and work, yeah, absolutely.
Would you quit trying to mix him up?
He is trying to do that. isn't he? Anyway, but the 10th and 11th, so I think you all have responded already, so that's good, and we're getting the itinerary put together for that, and we'll have it out to you, like we did last year in the binder, and you'll have it in plenty of time to review in case you need any questions from the clerk treasurer beforehand or anything, or me or anybody. So you should have all that. Any other announcements from this crew?
Now, I would like to say one thing, the event center, my girls have been in dance since they were little. You know, they're married and got kids.
Sure.
And I've gone to Columbus, I've gone all over the place for these dance contests. Well, when we built that, I always thought, I hope they'd do one of the dance contests here, the state contest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this year, they're gonna be at the Lawrenceburg Event Center.
Oh, that's great. When is that, Tony?
I'm
Do you know?
not sure of the date.
But well, we'll hear.
Yeah, it's already
We'll hear.
confirmed, and
Oh,
that's,
good.
that's where it's at.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
So there'll be a lot of little girls running around Lawrenceburg,
Well,
about
there'll be
3 or 4 days.
a lot of families.
A lot of families.
Yeah, that's good. That's the kind of stuff you like to
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
see in there. Good. Any other announcements? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. You've got your committee reports, I believe. You've got from Bryson, you got a broadband communications report. I urge you, if you have any questions regarding that, to stop and see him. But rest assured, he's on top of it, that's for sure. New business, I've got one item. You see your donation committee recommendations. There were none that were turned down. And the only one for this month was the Life Walk for the Pregnancy Care Center. I believe that's on April 30th, 2022, and it was approved. Any questions regarding that?
No.
I'll entertain a motion to accept that.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Any other new business for council? Okay, old business. I'm just gonna give you an explanation. The last meeting, Mr. Massey was here on behalf of Parks. Mr. Roger Houston, they're needing an F-450. We had asked them to go back to, I believe, Hag Ford about the difference in the
Price matching.
price. Well, come to find out that Ford has made a decision. They are not building any, I don't know if I want to say fleet vehicles, but government fleet vehicles, I guess, is the best way to put it. So they went and they were searching around, and they were able to, they contacted Bo Townsend Ford in Dayton, and he is going to have, he was able to order one. They had to do it a little differently. They couldn't order it through the government fleet way of doing it. He had to do it through an individual. It's something that Ford's doing. I don't know all the details, but they went back to Hags to see if they could do that, and they weren't able to. So the vehicle is on order, so they just wanted me to share that with you guys. That's why it's not being purchased at Hags.
Is it still in the same price range?
Yes, in fact, if anything, it may be, he said it may be a little bit higher. They'll come back and tell us if it is, but they're talking less than $1,500.
Here's the crazy part of the whole thing. This is a brand new, what we're having ordered. It's like 58, something, 58,000,
Oh, yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. And so I drove by the day after we had our last meeting talking about this, and I was like, they got the truck sitting right out front there, the same one we need.
Yeah.
It's a 450 crew with the no bed on it. So I called Jim Fuchs, he goes, oh, that's a used one. So it's a 19 with 30,000 miles for $66,000.
It's higher than the new one.
Isn't that, I mean,
Higher than
that
the
is
new
the nature of this market right now.
That's crazy.
So that's just, I thought, wow, that's
Yeah.
just, it's just
Crazy.
Mayor,
It is.
fortunate we're able to get that pricing.
Yeah, Mark.
I've got the price here. The price is $58,250, and if I can get approval for that, that way when it comes in, I can release the
That-
check.
that
if you don't
amount?
mind.
$58,250?
$58,250.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll move that we approve that.
I'll entertain a motion then, Justin, to approve the purchase price of the Parks, truck, to be $58,250.
I'll second
Justin, second?
Yeah.
Lenny, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I will remind you that Bryson also had a vehicle in his budget for this year for the IT department, and that should be coming at the next meeting, but that will be something they can get here local. It's gonna be an F-150.
I'm gonna have to have a talk with him. I'm hearing his name awful lot here lately.
Yeah, in a
Just-
good way.
Just so you're all aware, he does work out of his car as of
Yeah.
this time.
Yeah.
Yes,
Out of his little
yeah,
import.
yeah, you're exactly right. So he
And
knows.
if I'm not mistaken,
Needs
he's got a
something.
little car, right?
Yes, he does.
We should have saved the Volt for him, the little
Yes, we
Chevy Volt
should
we had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For a little while anyway.
Car.
I had bad memories.
Give the Volt to Mr. Kennett and give the truck to,
Oh,
That's a good idea.
That would be so, I'd like to get some camera footage on that
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Hey.
my understanding that he has made comment, that's Mr. Kennett, that the truck is too big.
I heard that, and I told him we could get him something smaller. Chevy Volt.
With a smart car.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Or get a convertible top on it.
Yeah.
So, all right, any other old business, guys, for council? If not, I'll entertain comments from the audience.
Come on, Lee.
You want to do a song and dance? We'll
Hey, we'll-
that's good entertainment.
Good to go.
Yeah. We'll find, Justin can play guitar, Lenny can play, Dell can play.
Lenny's probably has his harp in his pocket.
Yeah, he probably does. All right, if no other old business, no comments from the audience, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay,
Motion carries. Thank
no
you.
respect.
Lee, thank you for coming. Mark,
Yeah.
thank you.
Almost a steal his thunder.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, buddy.
That's a cool, that's a nice pink color.